I just can't help but think that the Royal Mint has pushed the boat out just a little bit too far on this coin. The horses with flippers, not for me, and there's just something not right about Britannia herself. So let's dive in and have a good close look at the newest Proof Britannia, see what it's all about, and I dare say send it back for a return? Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at something cool made of silver or gold. And we're going to be having a look at a brand new Britannia, not a bullion, but some proof coins. This is the 2-coin reverse frosted proof set, and it's of the brand new 2023 Proof Britannia that was announced and released a few weeks ago. We did a video showcasing it, and I have to say I was not that enamoured by the artwork and the coin's design. It did look like there was something a little bit wrong with Britannia's nose, and we're going to have a look at that in some depth today. I'm not sponsored by the Royal Mint to make this kind of a video. In fact, the Royal Mint probably won't like the style of this video because I will probably be critical quite highly of this coin. I've bought this, I will be showcasing it, and if I don't like it, I will be sending it back for a refund, because it's not always fine just to have the best coins out there from the Royal Mint. Sometimes they just don't make a coin that will sing to you, and it's okay to just not buy it. But this channel is here to showcase some cool bits of coinage and content. So I did buy it, and I'll be showcasing it just now, and then we shall see what it's like. So let me know your thoughts on this coin. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because this is a big one. Are you ready? Here they are. Now, on the face of it, they look pretty cool. You know, there's Britannia riding those seahorses. You know, very well-made coins. That's just not beat around the bush here. The Royal Mint, other than when they get it wrong with quality, which hasn't actually happened as much as it used to recently, they do make some pretty eye-catching coins, and the quality on these are great. So we'll give credit where credit's due. These coins look fantastic in terms of quality. I like the contrast for the reverse frosted, always do. These coins are always super cool with the reverse frosting, but there's just something I'm not entirely convinced about on Britannia herself, and unfortunately it's her nose. It looks like she's got a nose from the 1980s and 1990s, if you know what I mean. It just hasn't rendered out very well on the design, and whilst this looks really good with the frosted background here, there's just something about that face that does not look good and not sit well with me. Now, beyond the nose issues on this particular coin, I am also not a massive fan of the aquatic themed horses. Now, this particular Britannia design, it looks even worse on this one, doesn't it, with the nose. The aquatic design here is meant to herald to the fact that Britannia is she who protects the island of Britain, and you know, we have this mythical sea chariot riding Britannia with seahorses that's there to protect the coast. That's not really what I think Britannia is, and this particular design is ultimately based off a statue in London which doesn't have sea horses, it's just regular horses. It all harks back to that Roman era of Boudica, the famous Celtic warrior that defended the British islands from the Romans and had that insurrection. And then Britannia, this feminine sort of protagonist figure that's been all about Britain and Britannia and everything Britannish, I said there, throughout the ages. You know, rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. That's what it's all been about throughout history. And I just don't get why they went down the road of this sea aquatic thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. So design-wise, you know, I get that they've got to push the boat out. They can't just do the same old Britannia design every year, certainly for proof coins. It's okay for bullion coins, I guess. I mean, we had bullion coins with different Britannias on them in previous, like a decade ago, but I think that that's long gone. I don't think that's coming back anytime soon. These are not what I would say are modern, fresh, good designs. They're just, I think they're just pushing the boat out for, well, there's a pun for you, pushing the boat out into the water for reasons that are not necessarily fully known. And it happened a few years ago with the with one of the Britannias that looked like it was well, it was basically pooping out a giant sun star because it had the Union Jack coming out of its bottom. It didn't look good, and I get that there are some new designs, and it's beauty in the eye of the beholder. There are definitely some that out there that will love this design and love this coin, but I'm not one of them. So I gave it a chance. I bought it thinking, well, we'll see what the actual look and feel is. I mean, it looks okay. If this was just a regular release from the Royal Mint, if it was a Bullion version, then yeah, it'd be kind of like, well, it's different, it's cool, maybe I'd like it, maybe I pick up a few of them for my stack. But quite frankly, I'm not a fan of this for a proof coin, and I'm certainly not a fan of the Britannia's face. If we can get as close as possible just to see quite how bad that face really is, and that nose. Not a fan at all. I mean, I don't know whether there's something that's gone wrong with the angles of it, or whether it's just a poor oversight of the design, but it just hasn't rendered out right. Doesn't look good in my opinion. A lot of the detail on the coin is great, and again, I don't want this to be a completely overly negative video. Let's talk about some of the other bits that are good. The quality here is fantastic, aside from that little bit of dust on the capsule there. Yep, that's on the outside, good. You know, it looks great in terms of that quality, and I'm normally here sitting and moaning about the quality of these coins, but actually these are pretty good in terms of that quality, and there isn't anything that I'm seeing that is making me go, hey, Royal Mint, how could you not notice that? So there is definite improvements happening from the Royal Mints on the quality control side. Just this particular design that I'm not a fan of, and some of the directions that the Royal Mint goes. I think this is not quintessentially classic coin design. I think it's modern. I think it's trying too hard, and it's just not quite for me. So yeah, that's I guess my kind of feedback on this particular coin and coin set. Now, for those wondering, you go, oh, you can't return gold and silver coins, you're final, you can't. Well, you can on proof coins. So proof coins from the Royal Mint, they are defined not as the bullion that are fluctuating according to market prices, therefore exempt from trading regulations of returns. You have free right of return for no reason within, I believe, 14 days, I seem to remember, of these. So that's what's going to happen, I'm afraid. They're going to go back to the Royal Mint, and they will, I don't know, maybe they'll go out to some other customer at some point. I would be surprised if this set kind of absolutely takes the world by storm. I will not be living with regret by sending these back. There's the certificate of authenticity for these coins with some of the mintage figures you can see, with this presentation being only 520, but the reverse frosted proof there still having a mintage of 2,460. So if the mintage was only 520, then maybe I would look to keep it, but you know, it's not necessary. There's a lot out there. I don't know exactly where they're all in. Another big coin set most likely. So we'll see. And always there's a little information booklet here as well, all about the Britannia history, the history of herself, Britannia herself, made to protect those shorelines with those mythical seahorses, apparently, which I've never seen before. But hey, you know, sometimes there you go, maritime might. It's all about the sea. But you know, each to their own. Let me know down in that comment section. Like, so this is what I would have liked to have seen. This is more like it. That is what it really should be about. The Britannia on the shoreline, if it's at all sort of marine related, get it on the beaches. We will fight them on the beaches. There is no better phrase in the British history than that. That's what I wanted to see. But you know, it's gone all modern and different, and you see that artistic rendition there of the nose looks just fine. It's just somehow translated weirdly onto the coin. I'm not entirely sure that's how, I don't think that's how they meant it to look. I think it's just one of these things that happens when you kind of 3D eyes an image, if that's even a phrase. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments on these coins. These are not some of my favourite. They'll be going back to the Royal Mint. Are you keeping yours? Are you sending yours back? Are you even bothering with them in the first place? It'd be great to hear from you down in that comment section. Thank you to all my ramblers for watching to the end of my videos. I really do appreciate you sticking around and watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much all, and have a great weekend ahead. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.